All right, good evening, everybody. It is Monday, February 27th, 8 p.m. We are so glad you are with us today at the First Alert Desk. We've got your 5 stories you need to know as we sign off for the night, as we get ready for bed, maybe as we're enjoying dinner, everything you need to know before the day starts tomorrow. Our top stories, not just here in Atlanta, but on a nationwide scale as well. We're going to start with a story that we've actually been covering all month long now. We actually now have new resolution in a pretty disturbing case. This happened in DeKalb County here. And we're following a major update. A man is behind bars. This man on the left side of your screen, behind bars, charged with killing the mother of his child. Now, that man is 22-year-old Diamante Heathcote. He was arrested today by police outside of a barber shop in Decatur. And he's accused of killing Shania Rodriguez. Rodriguez was shot at the Brannon Hill condo complex back on February 2nd. She was 7 months pregnant at the time. We're told Diamante Heathcote is the father of her child. Now, when we last spoke with the family, the baby was still in the hospital fighting for her life. You can see that little baby right there. Atlanta News First is staying on top of this story tonight. We are going to have an update for you coming up tonight live at 11 o'clock. This has really just been a very emotional story, though, for a lot of people. We've spoken to the family in the past, and obviously they are very torn up about what happened. So tonight we're hoping to get more answers and more clarity from that family, as well as what we can expect to unfold here as those charges have come down and as the fallout kind of continues here. Another major story that we're following here in the metro Atlanta area, something that has also been going on for a while here, but instead of just for the past month, this is something that's been an issue for years. And if you live in DeKalb County, you might already be a little familiar with this issue. We're talking about water here. So for the past decade, hundreds of metro Atlanta residents say they've been overcharged for their water bills. And tonight, neighbors in DeKalb County are now fighting back. Some residents there say they've received water bills of up to $20,000. Can you believe that? Now, one woman tells Atlanta News First it all began a few years ago when DeKalb County started billing her more and more every month for water. After she started questioning the charges, she said the county told her she had a leak. She sent the county some documentation proving there was no leak, and in response, they knocked off $6,000 from that bill. Again, that bill that was $20,000, and they sent her a payment plan for the remaining rest of the funds there. Now, we reached out to DeKalb County. They tell us tonight they are looking into this issue, and they will let us know if they plan to attend a town hall meeting at 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. We are aware that several residents will be at that town hall meeting. That's going to be happening at the Atlanta Friends Meeting Hall tomorrow to just kind of discuss what in the world is going on. We're talking about bills that are $20,000 for water, something you and I use every day, something that you and I probably take for granted here. So I know a lot of residents very frustrated about that, sharing their concerns over social media, and it's just been an ongoing saga. Hopefully they'll get some answers in just the next 24 hours, and if we learn anything new on that, of course, we'll promise to keep you updated online, on air, and on social media. You know, we love our Facebook Live, so we'll keep you posted on here as well. All right, another major story, another issue that has a lot of people talking, something that has been brought up, it seems like year after year after year again. We're talking about Buckhead City, the possibility of Buckhead City here. And one of the reasons why we're talking about it is it's getting a lot of attention now because a Buckhead City bill just passed out of the Georgia State Senate Committee. I want to show you guys some video here. Kind of just, you may have seen signs like this all throughout town. People really advocating for Buckhead to separate from the city of Atlanta and to become its own entity. Right now, that bill is moving to the state legislature, but what really makes it interesting right now is that the future of Buckhead City is connected to another controversy here in the metro Atlanta area. We're talking about a proposed safety training center, which some people call Cop City. You've probably heard us report about this. Right now, a state representative from the area says Buckhead is about 25% of the metro Atlanta population, but it makes up about 30% of the tax revenue. So the bill discussed right now does lay out a plan for the new Buckhead City to buy infrastructure, including land, public works buildings, and parks. But get this, the new 85-acre proposed site for Atlanta's new police and fire training center is also a city-owned asset. This means it would no longer entirely be in the city if this split were to happen. And since the Buckhead secession movement is based around better public safety, it's just really something that's getting a lot of leaders kind of concerned and thoughtful about how they're going to fund this training facility, if they're going to be able to fund the training facility. We're talking about a lot of dollars here at stake as we look at the future of Buckhead City, also look at the future of that proposed safety training facility. And I mean, as this story has developed over the last several years, it's something that we're going to continue to keep following. I feel like I keep saying that with all these stories, but you know, one of the things I like about Atlanta is that our news really just grows and grows over time. You really get to follow along with these stories, and that's why we're here for you guys, just making sure that we're bringing you these updates on these stories that almost originated years and years ago that are taking on a new layer today. It's pretty fascinating to watch, isn't it? All right, another disturbing story here for anyone who might have kids. It's pretty disheartening. Allegations of discrimination in Cobb County. So the reason we're talking about this today is that there's allegations some students have been reportedly treated unfairly due to their disabilities, specifically with how those students are instructed when it comes to having special needs outside of the classroom. This again is happening in Cobb County, and for this specific instance, we're looking at a student in this case who is a 5-year-old nonverbal kindergartner who has Down syndrome. We spoke with someone from the Southern Poverty Law Center who is representing the family involved, and they argue that the district refused to give at-home instruction for 8 weeks while that kindergartner was receiving treatment. Well, the state just reviewed the case. They found that Cobb County was not in compliance with that individual who had with the Individuals with Disabilities Act. They found that there was unlawful withholding of instruction from that student. We also spoke with a state director for the Division of Special Education Services, and they tell us that Cobb County must make necessary changes. In fact, they say, quote, "The district shall review and revise, if necessary, its policies, practices, and procedures, including, but not limited to, least restrictive environment continuum for alternative placements, specifically addressing hospital, homebound services for students with disabilities." Again, this is something that I think a lot of parents and a lot of folks out here who might be guardians or caretakers of children were pretty frustrated with, you know, especially when a student as young as just 5 years old was the one who was facing a lot of those issues here. Anyways, I know that's 4 stories. We try to leave you on a happy note here, and I know many of you are looking forward to this. St. Patrick's Day, 2.5 weeks away. Can you believe it? We're almost in March. Oh my gosh, the year is already flying by. And if you are from the Atlanta area, you already know there is one place alone, where you can celebrate St. Patrick's Day properly in the state. We're talking about Savannah, Georgia, people, and we're getting some more details on their big celebration there. So over the weekend, the city of Savannah named George Schwartz III as Grand Marshal, you see him here, for the 199th St. Patrick's Day Parade. He's been a member of this parade committee for 40 years. And again, this all comes as Savannah is preparing for thousands of visitors, or getting the city ready early. I feel like, you know, physically you might see some changes out there, but mentally, you know, they've been preparing for months and months, probably starting March 18th last year, they started preparing. Now, the mayor says that the city will release more details about St. Patrick's Day weekend later this week. So that's something you need to have on your radar here. I have never personally been to Savannah for St. Patrick's Day, but it is my goal this year to make it for the weekend after maybe. I think it would be so fun. You hear all of the stories about how people come from all over the country really to come to Savannah to celebrate. And it's only really 3 hours away, so why not, right? All right, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Right now it's about 8:15 here. We're giving you a beautiful picture of our Metro Atlanta skyline. And with that, I'm going to bring in my good friend, Patrick Pete, meteorologist. And Patrick, you have the latest on, what do you have, a couple of first alerts this week?
Multiple first alerts in the forecast.
What's up with your voice?
I don't know. Yeah. I just finished eating some food really fast, so.
Very raspy.
Maybe there's still some chicken.
Oh no. Well, don't get it all over the equipment, please. Keep it down.
But yes, tonight we had a first alert for the day because we were expecting winds to be a bit breezy, and they were. And we also had some showers out there, and we'll continue to monitor those showers as they are pushing through the region at this hour. Very isolated, but nonetheless, they are there. And as we head through the next 24 hours, we're going to be watching clearing skies as this front slides on through the region. That's going to allow for some drier conditions heading into tomorrow. Here's a look at where we're sitting at. 73 degrees, nice breeze out of the southwest at 14, but they're gusting to roughly 22 miles per hour. So the numbers for the next few hours are going to be quite comfortable if you're stepping out. Just watch out for those spotty showers if you're, maybe trying to get that quick workout in before the end of the night. Meanwhile, those morning temperatures are going to hover in the mid to upper 50s, so going to be a milder start to the day. A good morning to roll down that window and just let that air hit you in the face. Sometimes it wakes you up and kind of like refreshes your day. So I really enjoy that. And as we head into the afternoon, temperatures are going to warm. We're going to be near 70 degrees around lunchtime. It is National Pancake Day, so what is it? The Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, the IHOP pancake deal? Yeah, so this is going to be the day to go out and celebrate wherever you love to get your pancakes. Upper 70s for the afternoon with lots of sunshine. It's really going to be a gorgeous forecast. And then as we turn the page to Wednesday, we will see a few more clouds building in ahead of our next weather maker. The clouds thicken as we head into the afternoon, and temperatures still climb towards 70 degrees, so unseasonably warm yet again. And by the time it's all over, we actually expect those afternoon highs Wednesday to get into the mid to upper 70s for parts of the region. So, but noticing some of that green trickling in, there is a chance for rain on Wednesday. It's about a 40% chance. That rain chance really increases as we head into the evening. There's no first alert there, but we want to give you a heads up if you have any plans Wednesday night. Maybe you were thinking about doing wine down Wednesday with your friends at your favorite wine bar. Those spotty showers are going to be around. And then as we head into the early morning hours on Thursday, the Storm Prediction Center already has us under that level 1 out of 5 risk for strong storms. Essentially, we're going to have a complex of systems push through. The first one's going to bring rain and storms Wednesday night into Thursday, and then the secondary one's going to arrive, looks to be around mid-morning on Friday. Both of those could have some pretty strong winds embedded there, and we could have a severe weather risk on both days with that. So we'll have to stay dialed in. On the backside of that, cooler air starts to filter in, all courtesy of a cold front that's associated with this low. And that's going to send temperatures down into the upper 30s, low 40s to start off your Saturday morning. And as we head into the afternoon, the numbers, they rebound a little bit, but we really don't get back into the upper 60s until the beginning of next week. So tomorrow, green light to get out and about. Make your plans to maybe take the dogs to the pet park and give them that extra 20, 30 minutes out there. Maybe ride a bike, go for a nice little jog around the neighborhood because it's going to be picture perfect. And then we start to see the clouds build in Wednesday before rain and thunderstorms Thursday and Friday. So I'm going to leave you with the 7-day forecast so that we can prepare, have a 9 o'clock show to get ready for. But we're going to have some new information, some new model data coming in between 9 and 10. Meteorologist Fred Campagna and myself will be updating you for the rest of the night. So y'all have a good, fantastic Monday.